Championship. And as you can see, we're just getting into the loading screen now. And if you watched the Elite race last night, unfortunately we only had 11 drivers, but those 11 drivers definitely proved some great racing and great entertainment as well. Well, there was some interesting debates about some defending last night, but well, from my point of view, I was loving it. And you can, and we're now just going into qualifying session. We've got 16 drivers so far, and we've all, but I think for qualifying for Q1, unfortunately, I think this might be a bit of a damp squib, because we've got 3 qualifying bans. Unfortunately, we've got Hunter, who's got a quali ban. We have also got Dave Shaw, who's also got a qualifying ban, and I think we might have someone else with a qualifying ban as well. I think it's Sven as well, so both Red Bulls have got a qualifying ban. So yeah, I don't think we're going to see anyone get knocked out of qualifying on Q1, because unfortunately that's already been decided for us, because there's only 16 cars on the track at the moment. Well, not even on the track, just in this session. I will be joining the commentary. We're going to have a part in the commentary box today, because I will be joined by Carton. I'll also be joined by Dave Shaw, and of course my old former partner in the Ferrari of Hunter. So we're going to have 4 guys in the commentary box soon. As out comes a Mercedes, and it is Dan. So it's Murphy is the first man out, and just to have a go at this German track. It's a bit of a tricky track, this one is. So it looks it's quite a short track, but it's quite a difficult track to master. And of course, remember about the corner cuts. This does punish you, of course. Dan Murphy in the number 26 Mercedes then coming down the back straight. This is probably the best area for overtaking on this circuit. We've seen some great action down here last night, didn't we, in the Elite League? And we're going to see just some good action again down here tonight. I can assure you of that. I'm just on board Dan now. Just I think just getting it together, really, just having a quick sighter lap. And just coming across the grandstand now. And whilst we're riding on board with Dan, we're going to share out the link. Of course, this is a brand new channel, unfortunately, due to a couple of issues, but don't worry. Hopefully, we can somehow get a way to get the old guys back. So, sorry, get the old racers back. Because we like to go back into the archives really and see and just see how much this league has improved. As we're coming around the final corner now, and Dan Murphy is now just starting a lap. As yes, we do have a stream. I'm just it took me a while to sort it out. And now we're coming in. So Dan Murphy is going to be the first one to start a lap here tonight. You see him down the back straight now. And he is not in full power mode yet. As you can see, he's only on down the bottom right hand corner. You can see his level of error. So we've got a yellow flag in sector 3 already. I'm hoping it's just someone just getting out of the way, or just warming up for us that then. So Murphy is the first man out in the Mercedes, and we do have, as I said before, we do have 3 qualifying bans, 2 Red Bulls and Hunter. We got a new driver this week as well. There's Kogut in the Ferrari, who's taking my old seat. So I'm be fascinated to see how he goes. We've also got, I'm not sure if that's the new Renault driver as well, of Didymus. I don't recognise that name unless he's changed his gamer tag or something. So I'll have a look at the the notes in a minute. As you can see, I'm always well prepared. Then we're on board with Murphy now, as he comes around the final corner. DRS is activated. There's 3 DRSs. I mean, he's done a 1:11 already. That's a very good time from Murphy, right up there straight away. Just having to see who else is out there. We're on board Kogut, as Dog is also out there as well. Snap having a good run, but I think we go flying in sector 3. I think it's Roscoe just. I'm on board with the here comes Kogut now in the Ferrari. So Ferrari have got 2 drivers now, which is good to see. Now coming through the final couple of corners then. It's a very tricky track, so don't go on the AstroTurf either. Comes across the line, does a 1:15 so far for Kogut. He's a 4 seconds off the pace, well 3.8 seconds off the pace. So he does. I think that's just probably started up just to get himself warmed up. Of course, as Bilton goes second fastest now, and Physico goes third fastest in the Williams. So that whoa, and Physico's off already. That's it. Oh no. So we've already had a huge accident, and you can see that the Haas is going. Oh, he's gone into him as well. That's massive, and Asdog's out, and Asdog and Physico is out. That is a huge accident to start qualifying. If this is in race, I think, as you can see, Snap just getting there for his and just flying through as well. That is unfortunate. Physico and Asdog then both out to begin this qualifying session. That is terrible misfortune for Asdog. Physico lost it coming out of turn 1, and Asdog went into the side of him. Now on board, not that bad, and that is a not that bad time at all for him, but not that bad. He is now, you can see that, excuse me, oof, I've had too much Coke again. I need my caffeine now. Ugh. As you can see, not that bad, it's up in the second now, but I mean, that was a mighty lap from Murphy. That is a massive shame. We've lost 2 guys already in this qualifying session. Watching Didymus. Just seeing who else is out there. Here comes Roscoe, who looks like he's just had a just a warm-up lap there, because he can go a lot faster than that. Remember though, that curve just chucked Physico right into the wall. Evil Hunter is out, of course. Remember, Evil Hunter of course is out because of due to the fact he's got a qualifying ban, so hopefully he'll be joining me in a minute. But we need some expert analysis in this box. Hopefully, and I think Dave Shaw will probably return as well. I think Sven will as well. So just to confirm that those 3 guys, that's the parish notices coming from this week. Yeah. So as we're now watching Roscoe, I think he's just cruising back into the pits at the moment. Now on board with Steve-O, who used to be Steve Wolves. He's in the McLaren, his teammate Roscoe, who we was just looking at earlier. But we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. I think it's just Roscoe just getting out of the way of Didymus. We're just on board, we're just watching Didymus now in the Renault. And he's just coming into the stadium sector now. The stadium sector is a brilliant place to watch racing. They call it the stadium sector because it is based like stadium, the number 74 Renault. So how's he going to do? Is he's on full power, and he's coming down the final 2 turns now. He cannot run too wide in those final couple of corners, otherwise you will get penalised. What does he do? He comes across the line. He's done 1:14 at the moment, so he's 5th fastest. I'm sure we had a live chat bubble coming up, but I can't see it on my phone. We'll go through the championship as well in a minute, but yeah, it's a bit of an action-packed start to the qualifying session. We've got 2 drivers out already, plus Evil Hunter is out as well in the Ferrari. Boy, Roscoe again, so he's going for another run now as he comes down the back straight. We've got a Mercedes in the background as well. That's a great time for Murphy, isn't it? Right into the 111s already. That's probably, it's got a lot of people sitting up to take notice of that. Well, that was great time. Now we're just watching Roscoe now in the coming through the you see just on the right hand side there was the Mercedes grandstand now coming in as Diddy gets out of the way, and now into the stadium sector once again. On board with Roscoe, then coming into the Sachs curve, because see, this is a banked curve. This is of course that curve, that corner is quite famous for what Vettel did last year, which possibly lost him the championship, maybe, but yeah, it's quite a surprising development. Also, we've got a 1:12.6 there for Roscoe. These are very good times so far, right up there at the moment. And now Roscoe getting out of the way beautifully. So of course you've got to keep alert in this qualifying session. So it's Bilton then who's just got by Roscoe. Now he's going for a run. Remember, all these guys on the ultra soft tyres. Last night we didn't see well, we didn't see any much running in last night because it was kind of raining, so we didn't see how the peak performance of the elite guys. And now we're watching Prize of Kumquat, the Peruvian driver, as he's moved to Peru now, coming across the line, and he's done a 1:11, and he matches Murphy. He goes faster than Murphy, 0.4 of a second quicker than Murphy. A good time there from the man from Peru. He is so he's faster. Of course, the Force India team is definitely the strongest team out there. I think they are doing very well in the constructors. We'll just have a look at that. And talking of the Force India, behind him is his teammate. Now we're just watching at Steve Penny. Because Penny's been no, no, you can't unfair my pads. And coming across then, out of the hairpin now is Steve Penny, who's in 11th in the Sauber. He's on the you can see that big grandstand there of the Mercedes that is the Mercedes grandstand. Coming into the stadium section right now. Penny's been spending a lot of today fixing his pedals to get himself ready. Of course, Steve Penny is very new to the wheel, but since he's got the wheel, he's been very impressive, hasn't he? Of course, his teammate Double is not here tonight. Unfortunately, Double's got an emergency, so we wish Double all the best, and hopefully we'll see him next week. Coming through the final couple of corners now, and he goes 8th fastest on a 1:13.8. Good time there from Steve. Of course, we haven't got the two, so I think that the only man who hasn't set a time yet is Rockatoni. Then he's coming around now, the Irishman. And now he's coming down the back straight. DRS is enabled. Remember, there's 3 DRSs around this circuit, around this Hockenheim circuit. There is one on the start-finish straight, then there's one in the short straight between 1 and 2, and then this is the third one from down into turn 6. This hairpin here. And it comes out now. We've got a car in front. That's a Ferrari. There's only one Ferrari left in this qualifying session, so that's Koga. So yeah, he's going to qualify Hunter on his debut. So that's nothing to sneeze about, albeit he is Hunter has got a qualifying ban. His Carton has joined me in the comms bot now, as of course Carton. Oh yeah, you alright?
Yeah, not too bad yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. You've missed a bit of a huge crash to begin with, as Asdog and Physico. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but Physico kind of lost it out of turn 1, and then Asdog kind of ploughed him to the side of him, unfortunately. As Rockatoni goes 4th fastest at the moment.
What about Hunter?
Hunter's got a qualifying ban, and so is Sven, and so is Dave Shaw. I think Dave Shaw and Hunter will be joining us soon in qualifying. So yeah, 4 of us. It's a party anyway.
Yeah, didn't have a good race yesterday. My wheel done the glitch on the start, and then I had to go on AI, and then on, so it's bad. Down the wing a bit.
It was a difficult race yesterday. I must admit, I quite enjoyed it. I don't think a lot of the drivers enjoyed it, but I certainly enjoyed watching Jordan defend. I thought it was great fun, to be honest. But yeah, there was definitely I was out and everything. Personally, if I was in that situation, I probably would have been a bit wound up. But from the viewer's point of view, it was amazing.
Yeah. Well, I was doing my good basically. Well, I was a bit angry at the start. I tried to switch back on Lennon, and I lost my wing, but Slim was having it worse than me anyway, so.
Yeah, Slim unfortunately finished in last of the runners. He finished 8th in the end. My master's pretty bad, but he was 2nd in the championship up until yesterday, so I think he might have dropped down to 3rd now, and he as Samster got.
Yeah.
So that's a shame for Slim. So we're just watching Steve Penny now.
More drivers.
Yeah, hopefully, because 11 was pretty poor yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
But well, as Rockatoni's retired, so I think he's happy with his 4th position. But I must admit though, those are the guys that did turn up. It was a cracking race to watch. I think that unfortunately we just seen most of Geordie and Crazy Power having a great old scrap for most of the race. Well, yeah. I really enjoyed it anyway. So what do you reckon about this circuit? Do you like it, or is it? It's kind of a.
Yeah, it's a fun circuit. I enjoy it. It's a small track, obviously not a big track, like it's like tight corners and stuff. Yeah, it's quite a fun track to drive. I enjoy it.
It is. I must admit, I particularly enjoy the stadium section around here, which we're on board with Steve Penny now, as Steve, the McLaren driver, has just called it a day. I must admit, I like the old stadium section. It's a test, isn't it? And the car can slide everywhere, and there's also a lot of places where you can get penalties as well around this track, with corner cutting and track extension. Yeah, that's definitely
cool. There's a nightmare around it. If you want to be fast, like especially qualifying, if you want to be fast, you've got to really put it on the limit. Within that limit, you overstep that by a little bit, you're going to validate your lap, so you've got to be careful.
Yeah, it's a very fast turn one as well. There's a pinch zone as well. If anyone can remember back in 2014, Massa went head over heels, didn't he? Literally, as I think Magnussen kind of just clipped him, and he went over. So that's quite dangerous turn one is. So we expect a lot of action in this turn one in a few moments time. Of course, we're only in Q1 at the moment. So this is, well, unfortunately we've already lost the driver, so I think a lot of the guys out there now are just trying to get some track time up there and get and just get a feel of the circuit.
A few new guys today, isn't there? They're run out on the Ferrari.
Yeah, we've got Kogut, who's in the Ferrari making his debut today, and also we got, I think he's a new guy, Didymus. I don't recognise his name.
No.
And I hope I'm saying that right. He's the only man out tracking.
I think so. I wouldn't know any better.
Well, I think I did do very well on the Greek names either. I think I think that Eliarkos, who used to be called on, he's probably listening to the stream thinking, bloody hell, I wish that ginger would get my name right. Now coming down the back straight now is Didymus. He is 2/10 off his personal best man, but he has done 4 laps on these Autosoft tyres, so it's a bit of a practice run here from Didymus. As we said, he's making his debut here in Germany, so good luck to him. Just coming out the hairpin now. I think I'm not sure if he's he's going to run out of battery before the end of this run, and he's cut the corner there, so I think that's probably an invalidated lap, I reckon.
Bit too much grass there.
Yeah. Went a bit off-roading there. He might be a rallying fan. He's now coming into the final sector now. Yeah, so remember that this is only Q1, so we've only got like 120 seconds left of Q1, so 2 minutes. And unfortunately, we don't really need to knock anyone out. It's the driver's already been knocked out, so it'll be Hunter in 16th, 15th for Physico, 14th for Asdog, Sven is 13th, and Dave Shaw is 12th. So in Q2 we're only going to lose 1 driver as well, but who are we going to lose then? Kogut at the moment is a bit of a drift. He's 1.6 seconds behind 10th place, so I think he's got a bit of making up to do, but then again he might be actually just this might just be a warm-up.
Yeah, probably.
As you've seen Dan Murphy only did 1 lap and he came straight out and got right into the 11 straight away. So Murphy and Kumquat, aka Nosy, is both of them got straight into the 11 straight away. It was impressive time from both those guys.
Yeah, good time for Q1.
Unfortunately, we couldn't see, we couldn't really gauge on the times last night because it was a bit of a wet session, wasn't it, for your qualifying session?
Yeah.
It was heavy rain.
Oh, that was hard. That was just trying to get even 1 lap in, struggle. The sort of time we looked at Q3 is around a 1:10.5, I'd say.
Yeah, that's about right, I think. And I was quite surprised they got into the 1:11 straight away though. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's good. Q1.
So we're just watching the time tick down now. Is unfortunately, guys, the Q1 was kind of more of a practice session for the guys to get into the rhythm and ready for this 34 lap race, which is coming up very soon. And the question is about the weather around here as well, because of course we are surrounded by trees, and the weather can change quite quickly around here. I think of course the race here last year where Hamilton won from 14th on the grid. Well, what a race that was! Really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Obviously because I'm an anti-Ferrari fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that. Oh dear. No, I'm a Lewis Hamilton man through. You got to support. You got to support the Brits, aren't you?
You do. I don't know why I'm such a Ferrari fan. Big weirdo.
I bet he's getting fed up, Eddie, of the misfortunes of Ferrari.
Yeah.
The last championship was back in 2007. Does he even remember back that far?
Yeah, back 5, was it? 4 or 5.
Oh, was he? Oh, blimey. So probably not then. So then you see, then we have, even though we've only lost 1 driver, technically we have actually lost a couple here. So we've lost Dave Shaw, Sven, Asdog, and Physico. Big accident there, and that's unfortunate for both those guys. Because I believe, especially Asdog, was hoping to be at the sharp end of the field.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have the championship standings, by the way? We definitely know. Unfortunately, Blaz has not joined us yet. I think he was, of course, I think he was still in Croatia earlier on today, enjoying his holiday.
Oh, yeah.
sharing his snaps whilst us lot was stuck at work. Really appreciate that. But yeah, Blazer, who is the championship leader, so whatever happens today, he will stay in the championship league. So I think he has over the win in terms of the points league. I think he's got like a 37-point advantage when I last looked.
Yeah, I sent the things to you. Blazer currently leading. No, 97. No, 37 points. That's all he's got. Nosey right on the back of him. They're the most recent ones. It's only 37, well, I think only 37, but it's still quite a big gap.
That's over a win, isn't it? Because 25 points for the win here. So yeah, that's still quite a big gap for Nosey to make up. But I think that Nosey will probably be kicking himself with the amount of DNFs he's had this year. He's had this pace, but unfortunately he's been at the wrong place at the wrong time. Or
loads.
It's a shame really, because Blas, his last DNF was back in Spain, I think, or Azerbaijan, one of those two. I'll have a look at the table over there. I'm looking like an amateur here. But yeah, I think he had a DNF back in Spain, I think, and since then, though, he's been an absolute robot. He's been on the podium for the last couple of races. He's just been mega. And to be honest, it's incredible, because Blas, of course, was not a front runner per se, no disrespect to him last year, but this year he's really come on strong. He's done like a Bottas. He's completely turned it around.
Last year just bottom, like kept crashing. This year he definitely turned it around and he's showing he has got some pace.
He has indeed.
Plus he has got pace to fully compete in the elite league as well. So.
There has been some calls, haven't there? There has been some calls for Blas going to the elite league, as has this man here, Nosey. So yeah, but I think that it's going to be a classic battle, and I'm kind of hoping that Nosey does cut the gap down, because to be honest, I'm trying not to be biased, but I do like to see a close championship fight, and we would like to see how well those guys do perform under pressure as well. As we're watching Nosey coming to the hairpin now.
So quite a few people out there and ultra this fight. You really want to be qualifying on the softs to get the best strategy.
Yeah,
because these ultras, literally 3 laps now are about 60%. Tried it in a few sessions yesterday, a few days ago, and it just doesn't last. So if starting ultras, there's literally no point.
No,
it's really bad.
No, definitely. I'm quite surprised by that as well, because last night when all you guys was lining up, literally everyone was on the softs. There was literally 1 or 2 on the mediums, and everyone else was on the softs. That is definitely the way to go. But if you're watching Nosey come through, this is not a competitive time for Nosey, so he's just teasing us out there. He's done a 1:17.8. On board, there's Didymus has done a 1:14.8, and Bill Turner's done a 1:16, but he's on the soft tyre, remember. So that, as Carson said, this is that's probably the best tyre to be on for the race, is the soft tyre, because that will give you more of a window, because the ultra softs.
Softs to mediums is.
Do you reckon it's a comfortable one stop as well?
Yeah, comfortable one stop. No problem. Hit about like 14 to 15, I don't know. I think that's 12 to 15 or something like that, and medium to the end. Shouldn't be a problem.
And Kogut comes across the line and does a 1:14.7, so now he's showing a bit of pace, Kogut. So of course he was just sandbagging out there. Maybe he should be in a silver car. So he's now into second, but Stio goes right up there on a 1:13.2, and he's on the soft tyre. Good time there from the McLaren driver. He's now got Snap coming across the line. What's he going to do? He's done. I think he invalidated his lap, unfortunately. But Snap on the yellow March soft tyres as well. The compound range for this weekend, or this week I should say, is the ultra soft, the soft, and the medium, because they've missed a step, and the super soft has not been brought to Germany this weekend. But I don't think
you say. Do you think Dave has the qualifying band?
Yeah, I think Dave and Sven has qualifying bands. Yeah.
Oh, he's still in a session.
And so is Sven, actually.
Yeah. Did they haven't retired this? Maybe, I don't know.
I might be wrong about that, but I'm sure I read somewhere that Dave had a qualifying ban. I think it was from back in Austria where Dave and Hunter had a bit of a coming together going up into turn 2. I mean that was I was sat right behind that. I was like, oh bloody hell! It was It was
Seems to be
definitely.
loving it.
I must admit, I was loving it actually because I gained 2 positions there. So obviously my teammate was taken out, but you know, what can you do? Sven Snap goes up into 3rd position in Toros, number 18 machine. Good job there for Snap. Look around, you can see the medium tires have been broken up by Rockatoni. Rockatoni had a bit of a poor race last night, unfortunately. No fault of his own, I believe. He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, really, Rockatoni. But he's got a second bite of the cherry tonight. He's now just about to start his lap, as is, I think Roscoe's also on the lap as well. Oh no, he's just warming up for a lap. So we're going to stay on board with Rockatoni now, the Irishman, going very wide into turn 1 there. I don't think he would have invalidated his lap. He did have all 4 wheels over the white line now. That might, cause it is quite harsh around turn 1, isn't it? It is fine there.
Yeah. Then mediums, they're struggling to get the heat in the first couple of corners.
Do you reckon he would do a second or third run then on the mediums?
Yeah, but I wouldn't really want to start on them. I mean, like, City at Silverstone, where Vanquish started on the mediums, and they were the hardest tyre, but they weren't the hardest, but they were like the second hardest tyre, and he actually gained from that. You can't really gain anything from going on this harder tyre from this track at first stint. They're not like quick. Yeah, I'll just go on stuff, to be honest. I think that's what it will do. I think it's a bit of this lap's a bit scrappy, running it deep into that tight chicane, so.
Yeah, just in front of the Mercedes grandstand there. Yeah, I think he might just be feeding his way though. Do you think, and just seeing if the medium tyres are? Yeah. So it comes around the final corner now. As Carton said, this is a bit of a scrappy lap from Rockatoni, but he still completes the lap and does a 1:14.7 now. So that puts him up to 4th.
Yep.
And here comes Roscoe. Now comes across the line. He goes up into 3rd on a 1:13.6. He's on the soft tyre.
Blas is home. I know. So Blas will be racing them. It'll be interesting to see him try to come from the field. That's
going to be very interesting as well.
Yeah.
He's also joined late, which means he will start on a default setup if I'm not very much mistaken. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Does that make a big difference starting on the default setup compared to like a setup that you've like
massive. Oh yeah, absolutely massive. Did you default setup?
Oh no, I didn't.
Okay.
I usually stole hunters, my teammates.
Yeah.
So
no, yeah, it makes a big difference. Lots. We didn't run on the standard setting like 6 ballots. It's just like a bolt. That's the main thing, really, balance. So you really only ever run 9 and 8. Like 9 is more like quali, 8 is like on the safe side. Like anything lower than 8, you don't really want to use anything above 9. Like the real is literally gold. But tracks like, say like Austria, you can even run 10. But still preference.
It is, isn't it? It's about driving style as well. I'm still trying to learn mine, even though I've been playing these F1 games since '95 was the first one I ever played. And I still don't even know my driving style. I must admit, things have changed a lot since then, but yeah. Oh, those are the days when car setup wasn't really much. I think it was like a bit of fuel, a bit of downforce, that would do, and away you go. Yeah. Now it's a lot more complex, these games. We're on board with Murphy now in the Mercedes, who's coming down to the hairpin now, the number 26 Mercedes. As I do like numbers. I like to yeah, I do. I must admit, I'm quite. Yeah. It's quite sad. I was like, because when they brought the numbers in, I was like, oh my god, who's going to choose what? I was so keen and excited about it. No one really understood my excitement, to be honest, but I really like the number idea of like having your own brand. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So I think MotoGP has done it for quite a number of years, haven't they? Having like their own numbers.
Such a simple thing as well, but it does. It just makes the game. The extra little details makes the game stand out. Makes it more clean.
Yeah, it does. It makes it a bit more personal as well. As we come around the final corner now, is Dan Murphy has done it. He's going to go into the 15s there. I think he would like to have another crack at that, but bearing in mind we're only using one driver in this session, so he could.
They're way off that time. Yeah, 112 from the right, yeah. It's a good time there from Nosey.
So, yeah, Nosey doing a good job. Of course, remember that in the constructors, Force India are doing a very good job at the moment. I think they're leading because they do have two strong drivers, don't they? I think that's the strongest driver lineup in the field, I would say.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Look at the time from first and second, absolutely nothing in there.
Look, yeah, that's incredible, isn't it? That's like 5 thousandths of a second. That's quicker than you can blink your eye. That's amazing stuff between Stee and Kumquat or Nosey. I wish he kept with Nosey. I really wish he did.
Really annoying. I don't know what's the reason behind it, but
well, I think he's officially out. I think he's officially out from Peru. I think.
Oh yeah, I remember.
As we got a Koga fan in the chat as he's just giving some thumbs up to him. So yeah, good to see fans. As Murphy goes on a 112.6 now on the soft tire, so he's also winding up as well. We were just watching Penny come across the line. He's on a 114.6, so he is 9th at the moment. Rocketoni is in the danger zone, and that is quite close between Rocketoni and Koga. And look at that, that is very close indeed. That's like 100th of a second. Yep. That's amazing. So at the moment, as it stands, by the looks, we've only got one driver who's starting on the Ultra Softs, and that is Didymus up in 4th position. He's going to get a better launch off the grid, but after only about 3-4 laps, whoa! And Cole got almost doing a David Coulthard there and going into the side of the barrier. He's in the pit now. So. Yeah. Oh, that broke me. Worst day of my life that was. I got up early, ready to celebrate, and that happened.
And he didn't. Yeah. He didn't even bin it. He gets stuck in the gravel trap. Oh,
it was
that
the
must be the heartbreaking. Like,
it was the most pathetic
you
thing ever.
The wall. you're still like on the like doing gravel. It's just so annoying. You have to get out of the car, like get a shovel and just try to shovel yourself out of it. Blaz joins though. Blaz is in.
So Blaz is in now. Of course, as you said, they'd be interested to see where he comes from backfield. Remember, Blaz has got a 37 lead in the championship at the moment from Prize, who is second on the grid at the moment. Remember that we're only just losing one car at the moment. That one car is Koga, as out already as Dave Short and Sven, because they've both got qualifying bans for being naughty boys. I think Dave's was a hangover from Austria, whilst I can't really remember what Sven did in Britain, but there was so much going on. It was quite difficult to keep up. As you've got a Ferrari coming out now, of course that is Koga, so he is not very far away from getting into the top 10. Rocketoni is still in the pit, so he's going to cut F1. It was Rocketoni confidently he's going to stay in qualifying. Ooh, he's a big braver man than me.
Only really one driver out of this session, and because obviously Dave and Glenn are both going to go out due to qualifying bans, I guess.
Yeah, it's a shame, really, isn't it? So, been a bit of an anticlimactic qualifying session, as we really wasn't going to lose anyone in the first qualifying session, and then we had two drivers unfortunately hit the wall and call it a day quite early on, and this qualifying session we're only going to lose one driver.
Rocketoni risking that a bit late. Just coming out on the soft now, I think. Yeah.
Oh blimey, that is very late, isn't it? Is he going to get round in time? He should do, shouldn't he?
He's cutting the track. What is he doing? That's going to lose him time, probably.
Yeah, I think. Do you reckon he's miscalculated there? Because that is.
He's come out about. I think he'll make it. I say he'll make it 4 seconds. That's my bet. 4 seconds, I'll say.
Oh, it's going to be very tight though, isn't it? We're keeping an eye on Rocketoni coming across the line. We're going to keep an eye on Koga as well. Koga is on a fresh set of auto tyres. Can he find that 100th of a second and get himself into Q3 on his debut for Ferrari? The number 22 Ferrari as well. Coming through turn 1 now. Cannot cut that corner. He has gotten...
Rocketoni's cutting the whole track.
He's got 19 seconds, Rocketoni. In the same section now, Rocketoni is. We're going to stay on board with Koga now in the Ferrari.
He ain't making this.
No, yeah. So Rocketoni is going to be out. We're going to have a shock. As remember that Koga could have another run here. So
he never made it. Wow.
Oh no!
What are you doing, Rocketoni?
I think
needs the row.
Well, it looks like
he backed off.
He's called it a day.
Oh my gosh, Robertoni's going through on the mediums. He's so lucky.
Rocketoni got away with that one, didn't he? Blimey.
And in the mediums, wow. That's the same strategy done though in last week, I think. Or no, last week? I think it was he done that in France actually.
Yeah, it was France. It was a couple of races ago, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped quite a few places from doing it.
And to be honest though, I haven't said that. I don't think it's a very easy track to overtake really around here. I think turn 6 into the hairpin is probably the obvious place, but apart from that, I can't really think of anywhere else where there's like a good opportunity to overtake. There's a lovely helicam shot of the Ferrari. I guess he's coming into the pits now, so he's just out of qualifying, unfortunately. So yeah, but Rocketoni just survived by the skin of his teeth to make it into Q3. Well, fair play. Obviously,
that was luck.
Yeah. So then, as we're getting prepared for Q3, remember this is going to be the fastest time these cars are going to be tonight. They're going to be the cars are going to be slim to fuel, and also they'll be on the ultra soft tires, and these guys will have an extra set of ultra soft tires. So at least we're hoping to see all 10 of them out and fighting for pole position here at the German Grand Prix in Hockenheim.
Well, Blantyre's apparently not allowed to race.
Why? That's a bit harsh.
Yeah. Apparently messes up the stream. Yeah.
Oh. Poor Blas. Russian over now, he had allowed to race in. So you can see then we got soft tyres for everyone apart from Didymus, who was on the ultra soft, and Rocketoni on the medium. Unfortunately for Koga, very close to making it into Q3 on his debut. That was very close indeed. Rocketoni misjudged his time there, but quite lucky to get away with that. We're now about to start Q3. We've got Dave Shaw who's joining us in the commentary box for the final part of qualifying. Dave Shaw, how are you doing?
How we doing, boys?
Very well, thanks.
Hello. Hello, Dave.
I'm buzzing, boys. I got Q, man. I'm still starting 12.
Yeah, what the hell?
Absolutely delighted with my quali. Red Bull said don't retire, just sit in the cars and watch. And not turning a wheel, we've qualified 12th and 13th, so we're both really happy.
That Christian Horner's an amazing tactician, isn't he?
He's genius, mate. Absolute genius. I don't think Hunter's too happy, but hey, we got the call right.
Yeah, I thought as far as I would not be too happy at all with with that. As a watcher,
well, no one said you can't retire. It's in the IRC rulebook, which we've just created as we speak.
Very good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. You must know the rules, and if you
Yes.
you have to be. That's how you get ahead of the game in this Formula 1 game. It's all about inches. So Rocketoni is looking at the scenic route there. He's doing a Maldonado, Eddie. He's probably looking down at his steering wheel and probably went off the track there, but he's on his outlap at the moment and he's coming up into turn 6.
Did you boys see that Rocketoni sort of messed up?
Yeah.
He did his lap immediately and then couldn't get round in time on his softs. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
He's going to be. He started with qualifying in the top 10, but he's going to be slow off the line.
Yeah, that happened in France as well. Couldn't get off the line and drop back like 5 places.
And we were talking about.
If you make it work though, it's gaining in the long run.
We was also talking about
back on the pole. Sorry, mate, go on, carry on.
Oh no, that's all right. We was also talking about how tight it is around here, because we were saying that turn 6 is probably the only real overtaking point, isn't it? Because this is such a narrow track, isn't it? I can't really see anywhere else where they can go.
You've got to be daring into turn 2 to make a move. It can be done if you get a good exit at turn 1, but yeah, you're right. The hairpin is the only place. Maybe into the stadium if you've got a willing guy to go with you, but yeah, the hairpin is the only place.
There was no willing guys last night in the Elite League. Incredible racing.
I saw the race this morning.
Elbows out and everything. Drivers, as I was saying in the car now, I think a lot of drivers would have been not too impressed with some of the drone antics, but from my point of view, I loved it. So from a salvage point of view, it was good. Now, yeah, we'll be backing for pole then. I'm going to go out on a limb here. Yeah, I was going to say Dan Murphy.
Yeah. Prize come face, come quat. It's close. Q2 was really, really close. So this is going to be. I'm going to go with Steve. You know what? I'm going to back. My record's good in qualifying, back in polls. I'm going to back Steve for this first ever poll.
I don't back it with it anymore because usually when I back someone, they usually stick it at the wall or have a, yeah. So sorry, Dan. As Rocket Tony comes across the line, he's done a 1:12.2, so he's the first one to.
Kumquat's back in the pits. I can't say his no.
Bilton comes across the line and Matt goes on a 1:11.9. That's a decent time for Matt, but Murphy straight up there in the 1:11.7. He might be disappointed at that 1:11.7.
Good time from Penny as well, just behind Rockatoni.
Yeah, Penny's been spending all day fixing his pedals, but he's in Q3, and I must admit he's been one of the
Steve.
Oh, just a tenth slow at the moment as Roscoe goes at 5th fast at the moment in the second McLaren.
I don't know about you boys, but Steve is one of my most improved drivers of the year without a doubt.
Oh, Snap nearly lost it there.
I thought Snap was going in the wall there. Good save from Snap in the Toro Rosso. I definitely agree. Steve's definitely improving it. But I'd also like to give a shout out to Steve Penny as well because he's really improving that wheel, isn't he? Some of the races have been
massively.
right up there.
Massively, and this is a good track for the wheel. Nice, easy track for the wheel. So. Yeah, Steve Penny's going to keep progressing. Good chance of points today for Steve Penny.
Very good chance as well for points. I think Sauber are quite near the bottom of the constructors, but yeah, Penny could.
I'd say bottom. I think it's safe to say they're bottom.
Yeah, I think they are bottom. And towards that just shows that I haven't actually done much prep tonight. And now we're just watching Snap come through the stadium section now. As Knowlesy is back out in the Force India, or Prize Kumquat, whatever he likes to call it.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, Kumquat.
It's Kumquat. Well, what's it from? Who is Kumquat? What is it? Is it French?
I don't know, I'm going to type it in on Google.
Google it.
I dare not.
Oh, do you know what Kumquat's from? Isn't it a Shrek character?
What is it?
Isn't it the name of the Shrek? Oh, I'm thinking of Farquaad, not Kumquat.
Fruit. Oh no.
It's a fruit.
Orange-like fruit related to the site citrus of an edible sweet. It's basic. I don't know. It's a weird fruit.
Okay, here comes the fruit crossing the line now.
Does that mean he's a prize to fruit? Does that mean special?
Confused.
I'm confused.
When we do the interviews, I think that's going to be the burning question, is there?
What? We need to know. One, how you say it, and two, what the hell is it, and why is it a prize? What's behind the name? Coming?
He's coming into the.
Everyone's going to be so confused by the chat.
There's a Prize Kumquat or Nosey is coming into the middle section now. Snap, I think, just done a 1:13, but he's done 3 laps on those ultra soft tyres. I'm wondering if he's got a another set so he can go out there and have another go.
Yeah, I think he has. Oh, Diddy's out. Spinned it.
Oh no, that's a shame for Diddy in the. I think it's in the first sector, isn't it? It's just
turn 1, I think.
Oh, that's the same place.
Turn 1. Oh,
not that bad. Very close to him as well.
No, he's about to get a lap, I think. See what he can do.
Do these guys know where he's crashed? That car's still there.
He's going to go pole.
Pole position there for.
Nice one. Come on, you ruined it before he even crossed the line. He's gonna get pole, and he does.
Yeah, when that happens, that means you know you should go off the lead. When you're not expecting it to happen.
Discussions are being, as an official admin, I like to inform everyone that discussions are in place about next season. Watch this space. Karting's been demoted. No, but there is serious talk of 3 going up and 3 coming down, but we'll discuss it near the time.
Yes, I want to come down.
You don't choose to come down, Carton. You've got to be. I'll come down.
I must admit, I quite like that idea of go promotion and relegation because it gives you something to fight for, doesn't it? As well, if you're at the bottom of the.
It does, but the flip side, mate, is that you're going to get drivers in the elite league. If they're having a bad season halfway through, they're just going to not take it seriously and then get relegated and then thrash everybody in the Super League. It's the one. It's the one.
That's not how you do it.
Well, I know, and I hope that isn't what happens, but I can see it. So some drivers are having a crap season with 5 lap races to go. They're just going to tank it, make sure they get relegated and have it fresh in the Super. But I hope that's not the case. That's the one thing.
I doubt that. You've got to be quite sad to be doing that, and you'd notice anyway.
True. No, you would. You're right. Well, let's say with Nolsey, I've noticed now how he's backed off from being so good recently.
Yeah, he's had a lot of DNFs, hasn't he? Very suspiciously.
Don't worry, Nolsey, we're on to you.
They get so defensive as well, Nolsey does, when you ask him about the Elite League. He's like, he doesn't want to go in now.
Well, we'll discuss it. Him and Blaz have been, you know, I know we've had a lot of different winners this season, but him and Blaz have been the standouts from this season so far.
They're just more pace, really. Like, just setting like a 1 lap sort of their pace.
Oh yeah, qualifying. They've been the qualifying. They've been. You know, I think they only got a couple of poles this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's just been trying to get to the end.
But this is not over. The battle best for the rest between second down and sixth. It's going to be very tight, I think.
Just had a comment in the YouTube section from Nathan saying that Price is very quick. Got to watch out for him on Sunday or later on later on tonight. As luckily we don't have to. Yeah, luckily we don't have to wait till Sunday to get our racing done. We're like Formula E. We do it all in one day. Oh, am I allowed to say Formula E? Oh yeah.
Oh look, what are you doing? That's a copyright.
I know. That's it. Yeah. We're gone again.
Oh, same things like that. You never know who's watching, as we found out, because our channel's now gone. RIP RIC F1.
Well, who reported us?
Well, they have to have more than one report for it to be flagged up, but we think it's because, one, our colour scheme is like DHL, two, we've got F1 in the name.
It can't be that, no way.
And three, well, we've been taken off air off YouTube. The Google account that was on has been taken off air because of copyright, which is the Twitter site and the Facebook site. Petty from someone. Maybe a rival league.
Because can we get the old footage back? Because that's the one thing that's odd.
I can't even get on the channel, mate. It doesn't even let me on the channel.
It's such a shame.
It's all gone, mate. Annoyingly.
Because I was wondering if we can be able to. I wonder if we can just get onto Google and perhaps ask for just access for one day and just hopefully download all the videos so we can put them on the new channel maybe. Because it'd be quite nice to have the history up there, and you can go back and watch.
Yeah, you're right. It goes all the way back to season 2, the first race we ever did in Austria.
They're all on their laps now.
Anyway, back to business.
Yeah, we went a bit off topic there.
Bit off piste.
On board.
Not that bad, leaving the pits with a minute to go. Steve's done, by the way, unfortunately. There goes my tip.
So here comes a Prize coming across the, coming through the final couple of corners now. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Hopefully it's just...
It's Rocketoni.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. He's 4/10 quicker than his last time, and he's half a second faster than Murphy's. Murphy got a reply.
It's all now. That could... He's on the gas, so that looked good. Good exit. He
improves, but only slightly, unfortunately. So Murphy will... Has he got another... I don't think that's it. I think that's it, isn't it? For
Rocketoni.
Rocketoni's on an outlap. He messed up. He had to back off. The yellow flags were for Rocketoni.
Why did he leave it so late? What's he doing?
And he's going to be lucky to get the line, isn't he?
What the fuck? Oh gosh.
Brilliant. That's another complaint coming the way. Not that bad, hasn't got time. So it's all to Matt.
Oh, Matt's
what are you doing?
He's up into 5th now.
Come on, Matt. Put on pole. Oh no, he's not even using DRS.
Snap's on a flyer. He could improve up to 9th. Steve Payne's done a great job there in 8th. Not far off Roscoe's time.
Yeah, so he's 5 tenths up the road. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the win in the bag. So we're all fighting for second.
Come on, David, so you get through that field.
It'll be dry tomorrow. It's gonna be dry tomorrow. It's gonna be a dry race.
I was going to say, there's no weather around then tomorrow, is there, to
No.
mix up the...
Tomorrow, no, next. In a minute. There's no rain. Dry.
We're just going to finish on board with Snap then as he comes across
Go on,
the...
Snappy,
Oh,
that's
there,
a bad. That's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
He was-
That's well invalidated. If not, I'd be stunned.
Oh, he didn't. You didn't see this far.
Right, lads, I'm going to the race.
Good luck, Dave.
Good on, Dave.
Keep up the work, boys. Good job.
Well, cheers.
I'm leaving. I don't know how to leave. I think this is awkward.
We're going to have Dave on the live telecom there, so he would have been you would have been hearing the action firsthand. So the top 10 results are is Knowlesy's on pole position by almost half a second. That's an incredible time. Murphy second, not that bad third. Rocketoni in fourth. Bill and Matt fifth. Stee in sixth. Roscoe seventh. Eighth is Steve Penny. Ninth is Snap, and 10th is Didymus. Unfortunately, Didymus made contact with the wall and didn't put a time in, unfortunately, but a good debut for Didymus.
Yeah. Into Q3, can't complain. But Knowlesy there, the sort of gap second is ridiculous.
That is that's kind of ominous, isn't it, for the rest of the field?
Yeah.
So Blas is still in the lobby, so that's good news. So we're going to see hopefully we see Blas have a strong racing coming through the field. It'd be great to see Blas.
Blas racing. Oh.
He's still in the lobby.
Yeah, there's a lot of like confusion in the thing. Matt said he can't race. Everyone's backing Blas up. Everyone's saying let him race. But who knows?
Well, Blas has made a long trip back from Croatia, I believe he was. So he's done very good to get back in time, and hopefully he'll be rewarded for his efforts tonight. So everyone's just choosing their strategies. Then the top 10 are locked into their times from Q2 in terms of what tyres are on. There's no formation lap on here though, as I was caught out a couple of times. So here we go then, 5 sets of lights on, and we are racing, and it's a good stall. Price having a bit of a wobble coming out there, but he's still got first moment. Remember, this first corner is a bit, and we've got contact. McLaren's around, McLaren is around, and that's Steve. That's Steve who's in the gravel already, so that is, you can see there's a bit of a pinch zone there. We've got Physico and Asdog going side by side. Hunter's up into, whoa, getting very close there. And Snaps there is good. Oh, and we've got the car. Diddy is almost going off in a straight line now, and they're coming down to the hairpin now. Wow, what a start! Sorry, Car, you can have a go now.
Blad's taking it really easy at the back there, just trying to, well, not getting any damage. Blad's holding on at the back. Good start from the leader there. No places lost, but he's done a good start. How's Rocketoni doing? He was in the medium tyres. Has he lost any places?
He's going.
He's lost 2 places.
Yeah, he's gone down 2-6. Oh, Didymus going on the outside. He's coming back for Hunter on the inside, and great move from Didymus. But Hunter is staying on the inside now, coming. And Didymus doing a great job there. And of course now coming into the stadium section is Dave Shaw going very wide, and Hunter's gone very wide as well. They're going to be, and there's a car off in the background.
Oh, Red Bull.
That's Sven who's dropped down. Of course, Steve is right down at the back now. He's lost 11 positions, unfortunately. Up 5 is Hunter. So fast lap of the races for Nosy. Obviously, has Hunter got some damage? I think.
Yeah,
he has.
On the dive into the pit.
That's not what he wanted, Hunter, because he was saying that he wanted a. Turn 1 is very dangerous to try and overtake him. But that's not really. And we've got a great battle between Asdog and Dave Shaw here as they're coming down to the hairpin now. Because Asdog was a little further back than he wants to be because of that accident in qualifying. And Dave is all over the back of Asdog going into the hairpin now. We see we've got a lot of cars overtaking. This is the best part. This is the best place to overtake in Germany. Asdog goes up the inside, and we got some debris in front.
Oh, dang. So the end there, I think, lost some Dave.
That's going to be. That's going to cause him some headaches. As Steve is now is holding up Kogut and Didymus, so the two rookies are behind Steve at the moment. Snap doing a great job up in 7 at the moment, isn't he? Looking very comfortable there.
Yeah.
Good job. Now coming into the stadium section now, and you see Asdog is now right up to the back of the guys in front already. So we've got a 5-car train. Made that 6 as Blaz is now on the back as well. So this is going to get very tasty indeed. Whoa, Blaz quickly gaining on Dave Shaw there, and DRS is now enabled then because of the 3rd lap. We're on the 3rd lap already. Wow, this race is going to fly by.
Dave running really wide there. Dan Murphy staying right on the back of Noldy though. We're fighting past that, so Dan's definitely got some pace. Hopefully he can challenge.
We got
look at that down the inside, I think.
Yeah, not that bad down the inside, and but Murphy's got has got the momentum going back into turn 7. The turn 7 is very no, he hasn't, but he's got whoa! Well, I'm not sure if that was lag or what, but I thought he was going into the back. It's not that bad then. And we got Didymus. Didymus has lost the tail positions, but he's giving
Blaz is charging.
Wow, he's
a knight.
What a
he's
move!
Literally gone through all of them. Look, he's taken all of them. Up
So-
8 positions, Blaz. Wow, that is
That's a storming start, isn't it, from Blaz? He went from 13th to 9th in like a matter of 1 corner, and you can see the guys behind him still battling. Asdog is following Blaz through there, so Asdog through, and also Dave Shaw through as well. Koga and Didymus having a great battle the rookies at the moment. Amazing stuff. And now I think Snap's had a bit of a poor lap because all over the back of him now is Steve Penny. So so Snap was quite far in front. He was over a second in front, but Penny's now in DRS range. We've got a 3-second penalty for Dave Shaw already. We've got a yellow flag. Dave Shaw's out. Dave Shaw is he's turn 1 as well.
At least he's gonna get Dave in the chat.
Into the pits comes Didymus. That's such a shame for Dave, as I feel it looks like he's just it's turn 1 again where he lost Asdog in qualifying in Physical. That's such a shame.
Big
We've got Roscoe on the back of Bilton at the moment. You see that these guys are not getting spread out much at the moment, so we're struggling to keep up with the action. It's Blaz. Asdog has gone through in front of Blaz now, so Asdog moves up to 9th. Blaz dropped down to 10th. Of course, remember Blaz is on the default setup, isn't he? So that might be we might start to struggle there. And Steve is also making his way up through the field now as well. Of course, he had 1st lap contact there, and he dropped right down to the back of the field. He's up into 12th already. Good comeback drive from Steve at the moment in 12th position. So now starting to get spread out at the front. So we're going to keep an eye on this battle between Snap and Penny for 7th and 8th. As we said before, Snap's having a great drive out there, isn't he? He's looking. I think he had a bad lap a couple of laps ago, but apart from that, he's looking very comfortable up there in 7th position. Of course, Snap hasn't got any points as of yet, but we're hoping that he gets some today. He's going to have to start thinking about defending though, because Steve Penny is in DRS range, come down to the hairpin. As Steve is a bit too far back there. Blaz is on the full power of Urzo, so he's kept himself at bay for now. Now he needs to do a bit of harvesting in the tight twisty section of the middle sector.
Asdog and Blaz catching on the back of these two now as well, so it's going to cause for interesting battles. Well, the same last one really. I'm struggling though, hang for the back of Asdog there. I think that default setup does make a big difference, especially when the tyres start to get warm.
Oh, Steve and Snap, Snap getting a bit of snap oversteer there, and and Steve followed suit there. Sorry about pun. Anyway, coming into the final corner now, and he gets worse. It's coming to complete lap 5 now, and this is getting very tasty now, and at the battle for 7th position. At the moment, the only person that is on the medium tyres is Rockatoni in the top 10, and then we have Hunter and Physico. Steve Penny going on the inside into turn 2. That's a good move there. Snap getting out of the way. Asdog sneaking through, and Snap. Oh, he's gone straight to the side of Steve. Well, I thought that was looking a bit reckless there from Snap. Is Blaz now going on the outside of Asdog, coming into the hairpin now, and Asdog. Whoa, that's a great move from Blaz. Oh, and Snap goes through as well. Snap is not having anything today, is he? Great stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Now both Toros is all over the. Oh, this could get interesting. Snap.
Oh.
A bit of caution there from Snap. Well, it's a very adventurous lap here from Snap in the Toro also. So unfortunately, Snap's only dropped one position after all that. So very defensive driving there from Snap. Of course, Penny dropped down to 10th after the bit of contact we had between the two.
Dan Murphy's staying right on the back of like that. It's gonna be quite an interesting battle.
It is, and
gap turn the same, and plus the gap to Nosey is not really increasing because it's been battling. So hopefully we can get some battle out of these two.
Yeah, they're looking very. It's hovering around the 2-second gap, isn't it, between Not That Bad and Nosey? Yeah. So it's stationary at the moment. Murphy is only 7/10 back as we've redone the battle between Snap, Blaz, and Asdog. And I think Steve is now on the back. Whoa! I think that's a heavy accident. He was looking a bit. He was looking a bit Larry.
I don't know how he lost it there. Wow.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Snap.
That was spectacular. Wow, I don't know how he managed that.
He doesn't crash.
That was his car literally on a bunny hop. I think he got on the power a bit too early and just car just went. As soon as he got on the grass, I think he tried holding the power on. He's out. That's that.
He doesn't do anything by halves, does he? Snap. His Asdog is back up to 7th now, so he's now in front of Blaz. But this is going to get very interesting. Blaz. Oh, and Asdog's had a half spin there, and he's onto the grass. That's coming out the Sachs corner, and he's trying to recover. He will get in front of Steve.
Yeah. Only just though. Steve is going to have no grip, and Steve's going to have a load of grip now, so let's see what Steve can do.
He's coming across the line now then. Can Steve take advantage whilst Asdog is struggling? We've got Dave Shaw back in the commentary box. Unfortunately, a little earlier than expected though. What happened, Dave?
Oh, gutted. Well, I pressed start before I raced, didn't I? So the wheel was all messed up. So it was turning on a straight, but I was adjusting to it. Turn 1, I'm a bit lack of practice, to be honest. Just lost it. I lifted, went over the curb, and then that was it. The car just went. Just had literally no control. And that was that.
Snap had a spectacular crash as well.
Yeah,
yeah, we were watching it. Yeah.
It was getting a bit feisty as well between Snap and Steve Penny. I'm not sure if you said that part.
We saw the whole thing. Yeah, although Snap, Penny, Blaz, and Asdog were all pretty close. There wasn't much in it.
It was definitely good fun to watch. As we're staying with Steve Penny now, he's dropping back from Asdog now. Asdog, of course, recovering from that half spin at the Sachs curb in the stadium section here. And,
so what happened to Steve at the start? It's like he was spun around.
I think it was the two McLarens got together, wasn't it? I think. And we're just in 2 orange cars, so we might have to look at the replay. We might have to look at the stream back, but it was very tight into turn 1, and I think that Steve just got kind of just touched the inside wheel of Roscoe, and he went around, unfortunately.
Blaz is flying.
Yeah, the gap between second and first not changing at all. Down time.
No, Lenton, now down.
Second down to 5th. It was separated by just 3 seconds. This is going to be a good battle, race-long battle, I reckon.
It is indeed, and Price is just keeping that gap there to 2 seconds. So he's done a bit of a vessel here. He's he's out of the DRS range now, so he's just going to hold it there. He's not going to win more than he has to. He ain't gonna let his tires degrade. He's just going to keep it there, and that might be a strategic, might be just a strategic driving there from Price. We're on board with Dan Murphy. Lovely onboard footage here of the front wing as they come around the final corner to complete lap 9. Well, this race is flying by, boys. Incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Short track in it as well. Short lap.
Yeah.
It is a very short lap, isn't it? Because we're doing lap times of 1 like 12, 113, 114. So it's a very short lap around here. One of the shortest on the calendar. And now Murphy is still just over half a second back from Not That Bad at the moment. the gaps are stabilising. Even though we're just gonna switch to Hunter now, as he is on the back of Sven. The battle for 13th at the moment. I think Hunter unfortunately is in the pits already because he damaged his front wing. He's on the medium tyre, so he's going longer in this race.
Yeah, Hunter, me and Hunter actually, well, there was a bit of contact at the hairpin on the first lap between me, Sven, Hunter, Diddy. We were all together, bunched up together, so I think a few of us got caught in all that.
It's a narrow track though, isn't it, as we were saying in qualifying, so it's not that difficult to gain a bit of get a bit of contact here, especially on the first corner, isn't it, as Roscoe gets a 3-second penalty. Sven is in the DRS range, but I don't think he's going to go for it. He's too far back there, Sven is. So Hunter, that's job done from Hunter, and he's now up into 12th position, and Koga, his teammate, is just 4 seconds up the road.
Interesting, the gaps between, it looks like Dan built a map, Roscoe and Murphy look that bad. He just don't want to do too much to life up the tyres yet, do they? They're sort of getting close enough, but although Roscoe might have a go here. Well, Roscoe's got a lot closer, I take that back.
Typical, isn't it? As Roscoe then now all over the back of Bilton.
Much better exit.
He's in DRS range as well.
You'll have this. You'll have this.
You'll have Matt. Oh.
He's going around the outside. That's the DRS.
No, Matt's not having it.
Oh,
this is going to get a bit tasty, but Roscoe should have the momentum.
No, he won't.
Great racing, great space awareness.
Oh, Matt.
Oh, Matt got a penalty for that.
I'd be gutted.
Oh, little love kiss.
Roscoe up to 4th. Brilliant racing.
Matt got a penalty for defending. That was a bit harsh.
So Bilton down to 5th now. Roscoe up into 4th. Murphy is still keeping tabs on not that bad. We're on board with Steve Penny now, as he was gaining on Asdog, but I think Asdog is again stretching his legs, so Steve's just dropping back a bit. We've got the other Steve, Steve Yole, who's now in 10th position now. Great comeback drive from Steve. Of course, unfortunately dropped to the back of the field, but he's doing very well. He's just taking his time and just picking his moments. Good stuff from Steve.
Dan Murphy's lost a bit of time. He's now at the DRS.
Yeah. Matt's trying to stay in the DRS with Roscoe as well.
Oh, yellow flag. Oh, Sven's lost it. Sven's lost it.
He's lost into the stadium section. We're just on board with Diddy at the moment.
These Red Bulls. Red Bulls and then Red Bull.
Oh, he found the wall, yeah.
Same penalty, wasn't it? Or the week before?
Yeah, we don't have a good record.
Max on the back.
Diddy must have stopped. Diddy must have. Oh, what a save! I don't know if you guys caught that, but coming out the final 2 corners, Diddy must.
Max went down his right, didn't he? Oh, no, I was thinking better of it there.
Steve Penny would also having a go as well. And even the 2 Ferraris are side by side.
We got battles everywhere. Wow, incredible. We're just going to stay on board with Bilton.
Hunter does pass Covenant down the inside. Yeah, safe move. And Steve has got Steve Penny.
So Steve now up into 9th position, and we're going to now Bilton is in the pits. So Bilton's the first man to come in the pits.
Undercut then.
Is undercut powerful around this circuit?
Well, it goes for mediums, so I'm not sure. The mediums aren't that quick a tyre, so if he gets traffic as well, has he found the window? Because Blaz is coming. It's a short pit lane.
Yeah, it's a very short. Oh, Blaz almost going into the wall there. I think
someone's off. Oh, it's a spinner. Steve Penny. Penny's spun.
Oh, and he's recovering. He's, I think, just trying to find a space to just get back on the track. Good awareness there from Stephen. He's coming straight into the pit. Blaz got out in front of Bilton. Might go out behind Blaz, unfortunately for Bilton. So these two have got a bit of a history.
Matt's struggling with the cold medium tyres. This is the problem with medium tyres. They're cold. They take a little while to get up and running, which is why it's so hard to undercut. Unless he can stay 2-3 laps out longer. He's also stuck behind Blaz on the old soft. So this may not end well for Matt. Roscoe may get away with it if Roscoe pits in the next couple of laps. Dan Murphy's lost a ton of time.
He hasn't got some massive around here, but I think Matt being that close to Roscoe, I think it will most likely work. Because Roscoe can have the same problem trying to want these tyres.
Yeah, but Matt's making no impact on Blaz ahead of him on much older soft tyres.
No, he won't. And in
fact, he's being caught by Asdog, so these tyres are not switching on. In fact, he was probably losing or not gaining any time at all to Roscoe at the moment. Roscoe carries
it'll
on.
be the same though. When Ross pits, it'll be the same. Ross will lose a couple of seconds to Matt, just because of these tyres take so long to warm up.
Then how far can the mediums go?
Oh, all the way, let's go all the way to the end now. They can be coming back.
Asdog is really catching the back of Matt. In fact, he's within DRS as well.
Yeah, that's quite rapid as well, because Asdog was gained 5/10 in the final sector as well. So those medium tyres are really causing Matt a bit of problems here, and Asdog is about to add to Matt's issues come down to the hairpin.
This would be
Matt doesn't
massive
in the battle now. This is Rona.
Matt can't lose his positions.
Yeah.
Well, contact!
Oh, yeah, he's lost his front wing.
Oh, that's a shame for Asdog. That means he's going to have awful understeer now, because that's a big bit of end plate gone.
Yeah.
His own fault though.
Yeah, just misjudged his braking point.
Completely misjudged, yeah. Not that bad catching prize, he now pits.
So the leader's in the pits then, so is he going to have issues? Murphy's in as well, so these guys are now going to go into medium tyres until the end of the race. As well. So it's
Matt's lost a second to Blaz, so Matt's not turning these tyres on too well.
So coming out then is a prize. Is he? He's going to have a nice clear racetrack there for Nosey, looking very good.
Matt? Roscoe's had a poor stop. Roscoe's had a really. Oh no, he's had a.
We've all forgot about Rockatoni. He's still on mediums.
Oh,
Roscoe's done it.
Roscoe's done it. Blaz is right behind him now. This is going to get a bit tasty.
Blaz will get him because of this just
DRS
look. Tyres.
Yeah, and Ross is really struggling as well. We're just saying the same as what Matt went through. Blaz will have this.
Motors left from Blaz.
Oh! I thought he's got on the inside, going into the back there, and he's up the inside. He's got him. Oh, so Blaz is up into 5th. Remember, he's on 14 Lapo soft tyres, and Roscoe's dropped down to 6th now, and Matt is only 8/10 away from Roscoe, so it hasn't worked out too badly, has it? We was expecting it to be a bit worse than that. Oh, well, Roscoe having a quick look at Blaz there, but nothing doing there.
They need to pass Blaz quick. Any chance for the podium is quickly evaporating right now. Not that bad pits. Rockatoni on medium tyres. Oh, contact in the background with the Ferrari on Fisico. Cognat and Fisi making contact. It's still side by side. Steve right behind as well. Good little freeway battle from 9th, 10th, 11th.
Yeah, I think Fisico's just coming to pits. Kogut is been on 14 lap owed soft tyres. Yeah, he is really struggling to get the power down there, isn't he? Now we're in the stadium section.
I'm saying that. Blaz is quickly.
Blaz pits and not that bad.
Going up the inside of the Sats curve. Sorry, guys. Great move there from Fisico. Wow.
Here goes Matt. Matt's going to go for it. Oh, right on the outside. Switch back. Here we go.
Oh, contact. Cognat hit Fisico and now pits. Oh, he's in the gravel as well, in the pit lane.
Oh, Matt's got a run on DRS. Go on the outside, I think, here.
Yep, that'll be job done.
But Roscoe's going to stick his nose in there, isn't he? Oh, look at that!
These two have got history.
That's incredible stuff.
History, Austria, they had a bit of history and a bit of argy-bargy.
I was thinking about there. I was closing my eyes then. I thought he was going to go up the inside there. That would have been a very risky move there from Matt.
Only problem for dropping so much time to Dan Murphy now as Fisi and Steer swapping places again. Great battle between these two.
Great battle, yeah. Great battle just coming out of the hairpin now. Is Steve's got a run. He's going to have a look. That's a bit too far back there, and that's probably quite a dangerous move to have a go there as well. As we've seen last night in the Elite League, unfortunately, I think it was Slim that was on the outside there, and he got pushed wide and lost his front wing, I think. Coming into the stadium section now, and Steve's still, he's dropped back a bit there from Fisico now. Almost a second.
Oh. Matt made a bit of a mistake coming out of turn 1, but he's going to have the DRS again, right behind Roscoe as he comes out of the... Dan Murphy, bad penalty for him to pick up, but Matt is right behind Roscoe coming down the straight now.
Steve Penny's out.
Penny.
Oh, it's the same place of where it's Sven.
There we go. Matt's going to send it. Send it, yeah.
Oh, wow, Ross has got some straight line speed.
Yeah, he does.
And he's still got a lot of verse left as well, hasn't he, Roscoe, compared to Matt? He's got almost over half a battery left.
Steve, Fisico, Steve and Asdog are all getting very close together. That could be about to watch brewing there.
we're just going to stay with with Matt and Roscoe though, because these two are getting very feisty, isn't it? With Matt dropping back again, coming into the stadium sector.
Price Kumquat is now just 3 seconds behind Rocco Tony, still out there on the medium tyres. He's coming to the race later on when he puts the softs on.
Yeah, because the soft tyre doesn't have an issue of warming up, does it? It's straight on it straight away, whilst these medium tyres, it looks like it took a couple of laps to warm up. It looks like...
I think he'll still drop down to probably 7th place. Hunter may pick him off actually, because Rocco Tony's losing a lot of time now, so he's going to have to make that switch very soon.
Asdog now all over the back of Steve, as Dave mentioned earlier that these guys were starting to bunch up. Steve goes very wide out the final corner there, and down into turn one. Oh my gosh, that's a 3-second penalty there. And Snap joins the box as well now. Snap, unfortunate mate. What happened? Oh, just a minute. Sorry about that. Snap is as Dog goes on the inside. It's Steve coming alongside of. There's a bit of touch. Oh my gosh, they're touching. This is getting a bit feisty, isn't it? Now coming to the sweeping. Oh, Asdog is staying on the outside. He's got the inside now for this next corner. Can he keep it? No, he's gone a bit wide. But Steve, yeah, that should be job done. Oh, job done now. Sorry, Snap. Yeah, it was a very spectacular crash, wasn't it? Wow, we caught on the stream, unfortunately for you, but it looked impressive though. Yeah, it was good whilst it lasted. There's Roscoe and Bilton's up the again touching. They're
banging wheels.
This is getting very feisty, isn't it? And Roscoe right behind Matt. Is he going to go for a lunge here? No, you can't go for a lunge around there because that would just end in tears. And he's going to got to keep it close. The stadium sector, I doubt anyone will get by in the stadium sector, but well, I doubt. Yeah, you would have to wait for the DRS going down the back straight, I would assume, because turn 1's quite difficult, and I would say turn 2 is probably... It's not as difficult as turn 1, but turn 2 I wouldn't have a go either of myself. But yeah, these guys are much braver than I am. And now coming into the final corner now, because you can see that Roscoe is in the DRS. He's just under half a second behind Matt now. It's getting a bit gloomy out there.
And these two might have a problem, because Rocco Tony is now pitted. He's put on the soft tyres, and if these two keep taking time off each other, Rocco Tony will quickly catch these two.
Yeah, definitely, because Rocco Tony's on the soft tyre now, and we expect to go to the end. He's got 14 laps to do on those soft tyre. As Roscoe again is now, he's turned it right up. He's got overtake mode on. He's going on the outside of Bilton, of Matt, so he's going to be now on the inside for the hairpin. Look at that, he's well gone already, but Matt braking much later. Look at that, he's going to go for the switchback. No, Roscoe parks his car beautifully. Great defender. Asdog has just got the... unfortunately,
He's getting a bit agitated. He wants to get around with me.
So Steve's back in the pits again, unfortunately.
This is a great battle.
Bit of race on Hunter's
catching Rocco Tony as well. So Rocco Tony now 9 seconds behind Bilt Matt. So these two are losing. I've lost a second a lap. Well, even more. It's now 8.8. So they're losing a ton of time to Rocco Tony. The spinner.
I think it's 50.
It was 50. I think it was 50 at the hairpin. He got a little wild. Even Hunter picked again.
Oh, Matt missed his braking point. Sorry, guys. Matt missed his braking point there, and I thought he went to the back of Roscoe there. That was very good reactions there from Matt, but now he's gone on the grass as well. It's getting a bit ragged out there, Matt. That might be frustration, do you think?
Well, where his tyres at as well, he's not careful.
Not that bad. Not that bad. It's catching,
yeah, 1.5.
Yeah, it's gonna... Hopefully not bad and get the foot down, well, get him in DRS so he can redo it.
Rocco Tony's taken a second out of these two in two sectors. Rocco Tony is rapidly catching. It is. It's gonna climax beat for this, hopefully.
See you later, Snap.
Snappy.
Yeah,
See you later, buddy.
So we're see you later.
yeah.
So we're on board now with Built and then coming into the final few corners of this Hockenheim circuit, and Roscoe going a bit wide there. But yeah, as Dave was saying, as you guys pointed out, that Rocket Tony is now starting to catch on these guys. We've just seen Hunter coming in the pits. He's now on the soft tyre going to the end, and I think that Blas might be under some pressure in the next couple of laps from Hunter.
Yeah, Asdog is also catching Blas very quickly. What tyres is Blas on? Is he now on the softs or mediums? I can't quite.
Medium.
Yeah, he's on the mediums.
That gap's been eaten up to Blas to Asdog, and you say Evil Hunter as well, so these three are going to be getting very, very close. 1/6 at Thrice, he just still has the measure of not that bad.
That's got very dark out there, but as you said, there ain't expecting any rain, is there? But
No,
yeah,
they're not. Oh, steam code a little bit of contact. And again.
First corner, no way.
oh, he's running out wide there. Good overtaking there for Steve. On a difficult, having a very difficult race, Steve is, unfortunately, and it all got compromised on that one. But he's having a fighting drive out there. It looks enjoyable, but unfortunately he's got no points for his effort so far. Asdog right on the back of Blas now. He's under a second. He's in DRS range. Matt's also in DRS range of Roscoe as well. Matt just picked up a 3-second penalty there.
Is that your second penalty? Oh, and Kodak's got Steve back at the hairpin, but Steve's got him back on the inside. Switch back for Steve. Good move.
Oh my.
So Asdog, Blas.
6.5.
Yeah, 6.4. It's going to be 6.3 in just a moment. That's coming down.
Yeah.
Not that bad. Just cannot get in that DRS, can he?
Oh, look at the gaining speed on Matt into the hairpin there. It's gaining quite a bit. It is the concertina effect to a certain degree, but yeah, getting very close. What about Blas and Asdog?
Just saying, these boys, Ross and Matt, will be aware that Rocco Tony is about to be hunting them down, and Rocco Tony would fancy a podium.
Asdog running outside of Blas.
That was
Very controlled move.
Choreographed. Blas backed right out of that. I think during the same chat party, I wonder if Asdog let Blas know he's coming through. Hunter also in that chat, and I imagine the same will happen when Hunter gets to the back of Blas. Blas is going backwards. I thought with the fresh tyres, Blas would kick on, but Blas has he got problems? Because this is another post, but
he was very strong in the opening stint, wasn't he? Blas was, but unfortunately, yeah, in the second stint he struggled.
Oh, Matt made a mistake. He's out of DRS.
4 seconds now.
Penalty
there. I think Blas only got 1 penalty.
Yeah, Asdog's got a couple. I think everyone's actually got a penalty except Bryce.
I think didn't Price get a penalty as Hunter's just got a fast lap of the race? I'm sure Price got a penalty a couple of laps ago, didn't he? When we was watching the battle between.
Really? I've not. There's been so much going on. It's been hard to keep up with all this.
I might be wrong, but I'm sure it's.
Say, Pissy holding on for a good point in the Williams. Although Steve is catching him, so that's going to be one to watch as well with 10 laps to go. This race is flying by.
Yeah, it's going to be all action at the end of the race. He has got a penalty, has he? I'm sure it's one of these force Indians that flashed down the bottom. I just seen like a pink kind of strip down the bottom. Is built in. It's now just
only 1.3 seconds to set Nosey, not bad. You can see him as well. Right in his feet, he's really want to be charging on.
That's what he wants.
Then I think he will. 1.2.
1.1. Has Nosey made a mistake? Because this is. Can he get in that DRS? Can he? No. Not quite. Not that bad.
They've also got some two back markers really fighting it out for 12th position there. So
Diddy in cock. Yeah, Diddy and Cougar.
Diddy cock.
I'm struggling with these names.
We're getting taken off YouTube.
Yeah. Blas, we passed his ads. Price is going to catch him. Price was caught in the wrong part of the section because the Ferrari's gone off. Oh, and he's off again! Oh, he's
Whoa!
off,
There's
off.
a big accident!
Oh, my word!
Oh.
Right in front of Prize! Wow. Wow. I bet his heart was in his mouth.
Not that
Price
bad, nearly in
was-
DRS.
So Cog and Didymus just didn't give each other room. They just literally bang wheels in the middle. And Prize really went straight in the back of all of them. Well avoided.
Wow. we was underlining that there was going to be some back markers coming up to. We didn't expect them to be that involved in the battle for the lead. But unfortunately, both the two rookies are out now. But good showing for both of them too. They made it to lap 25.
I called it earlier on, but as Blaz, Asdog and Hunter are now all nose to tail. Good little battle here. Rockatoni's now 2.5 behind Matt. Matt has dropped right off Roscoe. I wonder if they made contact, by the way. I did wonder at the time whether Matt and Ross made a bit of contact. I wonder if Matt's lost a bit of front wing. He's losing a lot of time to Ross now.
Yeah, even a bit of front wing really loses a lot of time, doesn't it? It's quite surprising how much understeer you get.
It will in the stadium, and they're going. Well, there's not that many fans. Oh, free abreast! Blaz has just let Hunter and Asdog go.
And, oh! I thought they was in the back there. As Hunter on the inside. Sorry about that, guys. And I went up a bit there. As Asdog went into. I thought Hunter went into the back of Asdog there. Hunter is up into 7th position now, and he should just stretch his legs now because he's on the
Hunter's flying.
Yeah. Oof.
I think there's again a bit choreographed. They're all in the same party chat. I think Blaz definitely.
DRS zone. He's in DRS.
Oh, not that bad, yeah. Oh, no, he's out of it.
Asdog's gone wide.
He really needed that then.
Oh, who is that?
Asdog, I think.
Yeah, Asdog went wide coming into the stadium sector.
Yeah. Probably broken his battle with Blaz. Oh, not that bad.
Not
just
that bad.
He can't get the exit out of the. Look, Nosey is a lot better. I think he loses time to not that bad going into that little chicane for DRS. But then he's got a better exit out. Not that bad. Can't keep up. I think there's different setups completely on these two cars because now look, not that bad. It's struggling to keep up with him.
Yeah, you can attack the race in a couple of ways, can't you? Around here, you can either go for more of a draggy car or more of a slippery car, can't you? And that would help you down into turn 6.
It's always been the way of Hockenheim, even with the old circuit layout. You could either put the skinny rear wings on and have all the speed down the long straights, or build it for the stadium section and make the car mighty and save your tyre wear around the stadium sections, but
Not that bad.
the straight line.
Not that bad. Really fast in the first corner compared to Nosey.
1-6. Nosey's commanding this race beautifully out in front. That'll be costly from that. Because I've not seen Roscoe pick up a penalty yet.
Yeah, that's a few penalties now for Matt, isn't it? I think that's at least the second one.
Yeah, definitely. And Rockatoni is now just the 2 seconds behind. So Roscoe's made it.
Yeah, because Matt's also under DRS now.
Penalties.
Roscoe's got 2. They're both captains.
Yeah.
Blaz picks on a penalty. Jessico has been caught not quick enough by Steve. Kitty may hold on to that 10th place.
So in terms of the championship, this is really worked out very well for Nosey because, of course, he had a 30-second deficit to 30-point deficit odd to Blaz. So Blaz only getting 4 points at the moment. So Nosey is getting the full 25. But hopefully, I haven't put the commentator's curse on them because we've still got 6 laps to go in this race, and it's getting very very tight towards the end of this race now with tyre wear going to become an issue, and also they're just all starting to bunch up again now between 4th, 5th, and 6th. Tony's now coming to.
Ross coming into the stadium section ran really wide, tapped the gravel. He's also oversteering heavily in the stadium section. That's a classic sign that his rear tyres are just starting to scream.
Tony front, well, 1 point, right on the back of Matt.
May get DRS if he gets a good entry and exit in this chicane. Doesn't.
No, I think he's just out of DRS there.
Sign of a great driver. Nosey was just under that second barrier. He's now fought his way back out with DRS and now the 2-second lead. Doing a fantastic job out in front.
Let's see. Yeah, Nosey's, that's why. Nosey's used all he does to get out of it, look. When I last looked about 3 laps ago, he had about 80%, now he's on 10%. That's what's happened. He just bolted on the O's.
Has he bolted too early? It's not that bad. Got a reply tool.
Yeah, this is what happened. 100%. He was saving the whole race, and now he's well. I think he wants to get out of DRS. As soon as he's DRS around his track, it's really hard to get out of there.
Crucial thing now for Nosey is he can save that DRS, he can save that airs again, and then save it for the last lap or the last couple of laps. I think he's got this. I think he's controlling this race perfectly at the moment.
Yeah, he's done a great job.
And Rocketay now in DRS, so these 4th, 5th and 6th are going to be right punched up now. Well, I sounded really Western, man. Right punched up.
I think he can get caught still. Just the amount of Earth he's got left.
It's coming down, but in the meantime, Matt and Rocketay have both got DRS.
Roscoe is just slightly out of reach of Matt, but I don't think Rocketoni's just done the 610s, but he's still quite a way back. I don't think he's going to cause Matt any problems back there unless it's a proper dive bomb. I don't think that will happen. Rocketoni is a very calm driver. Unfortunately, he was a bit unlucky yesterday. Wasn't in the Elite League, but yeah, he's having a much better day today. At least he's lasted 30 laps.
So we've got a Scotsman, an Englishman, and an Irishman. Nose to tail. How's this one going to end up, I wonder?
The Battle of Britain here. This is going to get very tasty towards the end.
Ireland, let's not get Ireland involved in Britain. That will get us thrown off YouTube as well.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
That was just poor judgment on my behalf. Sorry, guys.
You've literally insulted a whole nation.
Yeah, I know. Well, I did well. I lasted for a couple of races. No, Rocketoni now all over the back of Martin coming into turn 2. Matt just putting his car in the middle of the racing line there, but in the middle of the track there. But Rocketoni will have a very good chance now coming down to this hairpin.
But Rocketoni's on 12 lap old spots, which will now be starting to wear off, so his tyres aren't in prime condition either. Matt's defended that well, but get the switch back, surely.
Ooh. Yeah, Matt went in a bit too deep there, didn't he? And I think that Rocketoni had the momentum now, so Rocketoni now up into 5th. Can he, but Matt's staying with him.
No answer. Good racing that. Good move by Rocketoni.
1.4 seconds again. Come down.
Yes, good spot. 3 laps to go. I do wonder, is Knowlesy saving his ears, Martin? Is it going back up?
Not really. Not as bad as double the O's.
Adson 3 caught Blaz as well for 8th.
Yeah, I was just seeing that. Them two are having a bit of a good old battle there in 8th and 9th position at the moment, because Asdog lost a lot of time.
Knowlesy will have one eye on that battle. He will want Asdog to pass Blaz for the championship.
It's quite hard to save. It's hard to save us around here, just because most of the track is flat out, really.
And it's not very stop-start. Yeah, you're right. No. It's mainly on the throttle. It is hard to get around here.
Yeah, like 1.1 seconds now. He's going for a charge.
Well, this is interesting.
The O's.
So
yeah. Not that bad.
He's got to get DRS.
Yeah. Not that bad. Well, he's using all he can, really.
He's got to make this work at that base. He's on 1 lap pressure tyres, which doesn't make too much difference now at this point, but he has to get within that DRS. If he doesn't, he won't do it. Rocketay now in DRS and Roscoe just outside. I think Matt's tyres. He's on 19 lap old tyres. He stopped first, of course, and Matt's now starting to pay the price.
Yeah, starting to drop off now, but Matt shouldn't finish any lower than 6 because Hunter's over 16 seconds back. Not that bad. It's still 1.5 seconds behind, so he ain't gonna get DRS range this time around, and he's only got one more chance after this because we're on the second to last lap already, guys. Incredible stuff.
As Carton was saying there, not that bad. Gained so much time on Knowlesy in that first corner, but this is where he loses out. He's not going to do it. He's just out. He needed it there. He needed it there.
Yeah, he did.
Matt's just throwing any chance of.
He's in overtake mode. He's going for it. Come on, not that bad. Last lap battle.
Let's have it. No, I still feel Knowlesy's under control. I just feel Knowlesy has that extra speed if needed.
Right.
If he comes under threat. Not that bad, needs DRS. but he needs to be a lot closer. He needs to be within half a second to really have an overtaking move.
Just right
Rocketoni
on.
and Roscoe are side by side.
Yeah, we're just right on board with Rocketoni now. Is Roscoe defending very well against Rocketoni? Remember, Rocketoni is on the soft tyre, but as you guys did mention, though, that soft tyre is probably way past its best now, don't you think?
I think he's going to get into it. I think he's going to get DRS in this corner. Do you think now this corner he can do it?
He does, he usually does. This is when he needs it now more than ever.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
He's in. Look at the 3 tenths every lap he gains on that first corner. But he's got to be closer. He's got to be closer than this.
No.
Come on.
He's in it. He's in it. He's in it. This could be massive. Overtake mode. He's just got to go for it.
He's not there enough. He's not close enough.
No, yeah, and that's too far back, I think, for not that bad. Ooh.
Both of them struggling for tyres there as well. What about Rocketoni and Roscoe? I'll keep an eye on those two. Rocketoni's too far back, I think.
Yeah, look at the braking though, that's incredible. Is he going to go for the switchback similar to what he did on Matt?
Good defend, that is perfect from Roscoe. Middle of the track, parked it on the apex. Get it done around here, you've done it, Roscoe. You can't take him to the stadium. Oh, he's made a mistake!
Oh, Roscoe's still keeping up there. Wow, good stuff, but we're going to have to go to leaders as Nosey comes across the corner and...
Tony, stand it on the outside.
It's not a bad penalties. I had a penalty the whole time.
I knew he did, but I didn't want to spoil it.
I think Roscoe's got less than Rocketoni as well. Matt's definitely not involved in this because he's got too many penalties. Well done, Ross.
Great defender from Ross in the end, isn't it? And Rocketoni got it on penalties. That's such a shame.
Way too many penalties. What a shame. What a shame. That was a fantastic defending. That's how you defend. That's really good from Roscoe. That's a shame.
I'm flagging him off a 9.
And,
good result for Hunter.
Yeah, great result from Hunter after he damaged his front wing on the opening stint. Asdog is by Blaz at the moment, so Blaz is only going to get 2 points depending on the...
Wow.
Oh, Blaz gets 8th because of the penalties, unfortunately. So Blaz gets 8th, 9th for Asdog. Fizzico will get 10th, depending on the penalties again.
Fizzy fit on lap 1 as well. It was a good point for Fizz. Steve there. I didn't think Fizzy get a penalty actually, so this should be... is he in? I didn't see the finishing position.
I think he was 11th in the end.
No, 10th for Fizz.
Yeah, 10th for Fizz, 11th for Steve there. So Steve had a very difficult race, unfortunately. It all went downhill from lap 1. So, but what a race, guys. Great defending, great battling, great racecraft as well. Especially from Roscoe, as you said. It was amazing defending.
Really was. I was impressed with Roscoe. Driver of the day, boys?
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, Knowles has obviously gone and got pole and done the thing, but I think from a different point of view, Hunt had a good recovery race.
It's tough one because
yeah, it is tough.
Everyone sort of finished where they started as well.
Yeah,
I don't think many moved up and down positions. Grid 1, Grid 2, Grid 3, Grid 4. Roscoe did make a couple of places.
Hunter then, because he had a bad... He started 16th in the first place, and then he had...
And he picked on lap 1.
Anyways,
yeah, lap 1 as well.
Yeah, it has to be Hunter, don't it?
I'll give it Hunter. I think Price did a fantastic job. He is not Peruvian, people wondering. I would give it to Price and to Hunter, actually. Yeah, good racing.
Also, a shout out to Blaz as well, because if he was on the default setup as well, he's done very well to come from the back of the grid up to 8th.
Yeah. It's a good race, actually. It's a good race to watch. Everyone picked up a penalty. Well done, everybody. Anyone going to join us? Anyone going to join us? Waiting. I'll send some invites out. Get the boys in. Get the boys in. I've just invited you, Hunter. Noel's in already here. Well, come on, someone join us.
Awkward silence now.
I don't think I'm friends with Prize. I was friends with his old account. Oh, here we go. We got Hunter, Matt, Fissy, Reem. Here we go then. Go on, Ginger, take it away.
Yeah, great stuff, everyone. Amazing race today. But did Nosey join? I didn't see.
No, he didn't. He's not in.
Oh, what a shame. So we can't interview the race winner, but it was very controlled. But yeah, Dan, that was a great race. A bit lonely at times, though, wasn't it?
Very lonely. Not that bad. Was just another league today. I couldn't catch him. Couldn't keep with him. My main priority was to make a gap towards Roscoe and Bilt and Matt. Just keep that third place.
Yeah, it's very controlled though, and you'll be happy with a podium, though, won't you? That's definitely going to help you in the Drivers' Championship, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to overtake my teammate in the table soon. So that
Gobble, 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 gobble.
What's that, Matt? You sucking on some cocktail, are you?
Oh, blimey.
Oh, that's it. We're out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wrapped up.
There'll be a new account tomorrow. Prize kumquat. Is that how you say it? That's the big question that we've been.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly how you're saying, mate. You got it spot on.
Nice.
Kumquat. What is it? What is it?
It's a fact.
Guys, kumquat, mate.
What is it? What is a kumquat?
It's a plant.
I thought it was a fruit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Carton said it was a fruit, didn't you?
It's a fruit plant, but that was UK based. That is Croatian
Orange.
Pruna.
So random.
I thought
Every
it
day's a
was
school day.
But Nosey though, that was very controlled, wasn't it? We was getting excited towards the end though, because Not That Bad was actually like reeling you in. But did you have it controlled, or was it genuine pace from Not That Bad?
It was genuine pace. Basically, I kept it a 2-second gap.
Yeah.
Until the end, they started reeling me in, and I just thought I checked with Jeff, and Jeff actually told me that he had 6 seconds of penalties this time. So I was like, well, I'm not going to bother really defending it. He can come as close as he wants. Yeah, just really just drove around for a bit. It wasn't too bad.
Just
Not
drove
that
around. Nice pun there as well. Yeah, that was very good. That was very good for you, Nosey. Very well controlled, and we did notice that you kept it out of the DRS for most of the race as well. So it was like Sebastian Vettel kind of like, wasn't it? Just doing enough.
Shame he didn't crash
yeah.
like Sebastian did.
Yeah. We need a bit of rain.
If it wasn't, if it rained, I would have crashed in the same spot.
Awesome stuff. Hunter, great racing today, and we was I think we decided to give you driver of the day along with Nosey.
We did. I think we did.
So
Oh, right, don't that go to a vote anymore?
No. No, we can decide it now. Nah.
It was an interesting race. I got damage on lap 1 again, so I went from last. I had a brilliant start, and then I got past Dave, and then I went through the fast corners in Sector 3, and the front wing was too damaged to carry on. So I tried to get out of everyone's way, pitted, went to Stone Dead last, and then I was just driving angry for the rest of the race, but still made 9 positions up and back in the points, so happy days.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because I think you were saying before the race that you just wanted to get through the first couple of laps clean, and unfortunately you damaged your front wing, which did put you back.
Mainly it was just the fact, for some reason, that everyone seemed to have a bad start, so I was kind of dodging and diving everyone. It was one of the Red Bulls I hit. I seem to be drawn to the Red Bulls this season, but...
Wasn't me, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was your teammate. But I think he just got a bit of oversteer, so the car snapped on him, and obviously I was there. I'd already committed to that line, so...
Dave paid him.
Yeah.
It worked for me, did it?
To be honest, after I damaged the front wing for the sector 1 and 2, I was still making positions up. It's just as soon as I got to the fast section, it was like, I was understeering, so I got out everyone's way. I went onto the mediums. I thought I'd get Longston out of the way, put the softs on at the end, and managed to get actually quite a good gap, because when I pitted the second time, I came out about 2 seconds behind Asdog. So
that was very close between you and Asdog. That was very close. I thought you was. I thought it was going to be an airplane crash going down to the airplane, going down to the airplane.
Yeah, him and Blas was battling, so I stuck behind Asdog for the slipstream, and then I didn't realise how close I got, and then honestly, my front wing, you wouldn't fit a fag paper between mine and Asdog's car. Honestly, how I avoided him, I don't know. There was a few squeaks on that one, but I started reeling the guy, Rocketoni, and then obviously Rocketoni got past Matt, and then I started reeling Matt in. I got the gap down to 15 seconds, but if I'd have got another 2 seconds, I'd have beat him on penalties, but I just run out of laps. The tyres felt pretty good, but I was going purple quite a few laps, but just run out of laps. We need 100% race distance.
I could be like
No thanks.
I could say for the end of the Euro race in Abu Dhabi, double points, isn't it? Matt, brilliant racing. I must admit, I was really enjoying the battle between you, Rocketoni, and Roscoe. It was amazing stuff. I think he was kind of part of you was the main show today.
To be fair, mate, I think we slowed each other down slightly, but it was brilliant. I loved it, and it was clean. There was a little bit of contact, but you get that when you're racing.
We're not doing a vote, apparently.
Oh, sorry.
But no, seriously, it's one of the best races I've enjoyed for a long time. That.
It was. I think both Carton and Dave did point out that you were losing a bit of time when you were battling, but it was just amazing because you two just Roscoe and you couldn't get away from each other at the beginning. It was amazing stuff. Then Rocketoni joined as well. Brilliant defending as well. I think that's kind of the defending that the guys need to just have a look at, and that's textbook. It was.
It's worth having that battle if you're P6, P7, rather than being at the top, because it's really enjoyable stuff like that.
Well, thank you everyone. So yeah, what a race. I'm gonna have to go and have a shower now because I'm sweaty. Anyway, we're going to join next time in Hungary, as we will join the elite guys on Wednesday night at the same time of 8 o'clock, and of course the super guys are also. Well, hopefully we'll have a full grid next week, and of course the super guys are on Thursday. So join us then, guys, and thank you for tonight.